Welcome to the second episode of the Echoes 500 podcast for the 2024 edition of the NADPod Pomo. I'm ShadowsPub. In the category of Women Plans and God Laughs, this episode wasn't on my original list. I'd planned to talk about my first Echo today, but the AI Claude diverted my attention. Claude's one of the four I ask for feedback when I create a quote for a word and image. It usually ends its feedback with some questions that I usually ignore. The other day, one of the questions was, "I'm curious what drew you to this quote." I responded with, "I created the quote after examining an image I created." What followed was an exchange that gave me some unexpected feedback on the Daily Echoes project. When Claude asked what inspired the image and quote, I explained they were part of my Daily Echo project, using AI to explore life one word at a time, where I explore words from the perspective of personal growth and spiritual journey. Claude's response gave me a new perspective on my project. It viewed Daily Echo as an elegant concept using individual words as seeds for deeper exploration. It saw my use of AI as creating a modern form of meditation and contemplative practice, with each word becoming a focal point for deeper understanding. As we discussed my process, I explained how it evolved in layers. When I hit barriers to understanding, I found new ways to engage AI to share lights across these barriers. I described how I treat quotes as focused slices of the subject, with more light expanded in the comment. Claude's insight was unexpected. It compared this approach to the difference between haiku and prose. The quote's constraints force a crystallization of thought, while the comment allows for exploration. It saw my layered approach, word, image, quote, comment, as creating depth perception to understanding. I explained my iterative process with AI. After crafting a quote, I used pi.ai to check grammar and context. Its comments help me identify areas to expand on. I then verify how well the comment fits with the quote, using AI's feedback to refine the connection between them. Claude found this process to be a sophisticated example of human-AI collaboration. Rather than simply generating content, I was using AI as a reflective surface to crystallize my thoughts while maintaining creative control. I emphasize that throughout the process, AI's expressions must resonate with my lived experience. While AI has vast knowledge, it lacks the nuance that human experiences carry. Claude found this to be a crucial insight about the relationship between AI's broad knowledge and the human lived experience. It showed me using AI as a conversation partner who helps articulate patterns and connections, which I then filter through the lens of my lived experience with all its nuanced emotions and context. It drew an analogy with musicians using scales and music theory as their knowledge base. But what makes their music really meaningful is how they integrate that with their emotional truths. Similarly, I use the AI framework of knowledge, but the resonance with my lived experience is what provides authenticity and depth. When discussing how I sometimes reject AI's interpretations, I admitted those rejections often stem from uncomfortable truths, a very human reaction. Claude noted how this speaks to developing deeper maturity and self-awareness through the Daily Echo practice. The exchange highlighted the interplay between AI's objective analysis and my subjective interpretation as a delicate dance. AI can push me to confront blind spots and consider new perspectives, but I retain agency in deciding what resonates and how to integrate it. In our continued discussion about specific quotes, Claude observed my use of metaphors to make abstract concepts about personal growth more concrete and accessible. While I was already comfortable with metaphors as a writer, the Daily Echo practice has helped sharpen those skills through daily creative prompts. One of the things that has kept me interested in Daily Echo is how often I'll look at a word and think, how's that possibly able to resonate with personal development? only to find that it absolutely does by the end of the process. This exchange with Claude has been affirming. When imposter syndrome tries to raise its head over the last 500 plus days, I've questioned if using AI was some sort of cheating. Instead, I've come to see that I'm using AI as a tool to help develop my own expression. That's a big relief. I really like doing the daily echoes, even if they do take me about 3 hours out of my day. They've become part of my daily routine. In the next episode, I'll talk about the very first image I published based around the word catalyst. Until then, it's bye for now. And oh, don't forget, I do welcome your feedback. I have a drop-in office where you can chat with me if you'd like. Just visit gobrunch.com/ShadowsPub. I'll open the mic and say hi if I'm around. Bye for now.